Greetings and salutations, Greek students. We continue our study of the Greek language, Biblical Greek, by looking at the use of demonstrative pronouns, a couple of practice examples from N. Clayton Croy's Primer of Biblical Greek. So let's go right into it. I want to look at sentence number 3 in practice and review of lesson 8. Echamen tein agapein tein autein en tais cardiais hemon kai autas ha prophetes genoske tuta. So whenever we have a sentence like this, we want to, as much as we can, think about how it might break up. So we have this conjunction kai, so let's kind of separate this out. Echamen tein agapein tein autein en tais cardiais hemon. Echamen. So this is from our verb echo, I have. So in the echamen, we know o, ace, a, amen, ere, usi. This is going to be a first person plural. So first person plural, we have. And you'll notice in this first clause, we don't have any nominative nouns. We don't have a subject. The subject is built into echamen. We also don't have an intensive use of a pronoun. We have, so we could have the use of hemas, or that would be the accusative. Hemas would be hemes as the subject. We have tein agapein, but we don't have that. Instead, we just have echamen. We have. So what is it that we have? We're looking for a direct object. And notably, you have tein agapein, tein autein. So in this case, what we have is the attributive position pronoun on another noun. We have the love. What love? The love, the same one. So we have the same love. And if you're thinking about the syntactical position, check out page 44 of N. Clayton Croy, where he breaks down the use of this. When you have in the attributive position pronoun, it becomes same. The same love, en tais cardiais hemon. We have the same love in the hearts of us, or in our hearts. Why is it our hearts? It's in because of this preposition, followed by the dative, tais cardiais, in the plural, and hemon tells us that these hearts are possessed by us, our hearts, the hearts of us, or our hearts. And kai, ha prophete, or kai autas ha prophetes genoske tuta. So in this kai, this linking sentence, we have a new subject. Now in this case, you'll notice that instead of having the attributive position, where the definite article is in front of the pronoun, this is the predicate position, where the definite article is in front of our noun, ha prophetes, and autos is in the predicate position. So instead of it being the same prophet, it's and the prophet himself genoske, from our verb genosko, I know, and genosko, o ace a, third person singular, the prophet himself knows, and then we're looking for a direct object, tuta, and this is the demonstrative pronoun, the near demonstrative pronoun, this in the accusative neuter. So tuta could be in the nominative, but it's not in the nominative in this case because we have a good nominative noun, ha prophetes. So context is telling us that tuta must be the accusative singular. So together, this sentence reads, we have the same love in our hearts, and the prophet himself knows this. Let's look at another example. Sentence number 9. Ublepete hemas prosopon tes Ublepete hemas prosopon alla graphete tus lagus tutus hemin. I'm going to move myself up here so we can have some room for this sentence. Right away, we have our conjunction alla that's going to separate this sentence into two separate clauses. Ub lepete hemas prosopon prosopon. So, blepete from our o ace a amen ete usi, sometimes usin. This is our present active indicative paradigm, which is what we've learned so far. Tells us that this is a second person plural. You see. We have the negation u, so we would translate this, you do not see. And we have a pronoun, hemas. This is the accusative plural first person. You do not see us. Prosopon prosopon. Face to face. Prosopon prosopon. You do not see us face to face. Allah, but graphete, you write. So we have another second person plural, present active indicative, from grapho, I write, where we get our graffiti word. Tus lagus tutus hemin. So tus lagus is our direct object. We know it's our direct object because it's in the accusative plural, the words. And we also have the near demonstrative pronoun. So, but you write these words, and then we have the dative pronoun, first person plural. You write these words to us. So altogether, you do not see us face to face, but you write these words to us. This is sort of like something we see Paul saying sometimes to the Corinthians, something like, even though I'm absent in the body, I'm present in the Lord, something like 1 Corinthians 5 about presence. Let's look at sentence number 10. I'm going to move myself back down so that you can see. Moving the wrong screen here. Here we go. Move myself back down here so we have plenty of space to get at this. Didaskamin kai pistuomin ta auta, ekenoi de hoi adelphoi menusin en te ecclesiae tes aletheas, So, comma, we're going to separate this clause. Didaskomin kai pistuomin ta auta. Didaskomin, from our verb didasko, I teach, and pistuomin, from the verb pistuo, I believe. And both of these are in the first person plural, present active indicative. So, we teach and we believe. Now notice you don't have any pronouns, right? You could have the present active pronoun here, or not present active pronoun, pronouns aren't active, but you could have the first person plural pronoun, hemes, but you don't have hemes here. So it's not an emphatic, it's just built into the verb. We teach and we believe, ta tauta. Ta tauta is going to be the neuter. Now, it could be the neuter accusative, or it could be the neuter accusative, or it could be the neuter nominative. Because our subject is the first person, we don't think that ta tauta is going to be in the nominative, and we're looking for a direct object. What is it that we teach and believe? Ta tauta, these, and because it's neuter, things. We believe these things. Postpositive preposition de, but ekenoi hoi adelphoi u menusin, but those, because ekenos in the nominative plural linked to the nominative plural noun, masculine plural, by the way, nominative plural, they're also masculine because pronouns are always going to agree with the nouns they're connected with. In case, number, and gender, when they're in this position, or when they're in the antecedent, they're going to agree at least in number and gender. So, but those hoi adelphoi, brothers, those brothers, so we believe these things, but those brothers over there, u menusin, do not, and this is from our verb meno, to remain, plural, do not remain, en te ecclesiae, in the church, tes aletheos, of the truth. Those brothers do not remain in the church of the truth. In the church of the truth. So we teach and we believe these things, but those brothers, they do not remain in the church of the truth. So there's this contrast that's going on in the sentence. So this is a good example where we have lots of these pronouns, right? We have the demonstrative pronoun, these things, ta, 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 used in the accusative. So it's a substantival use of these pronouns. It's replacing a noun. It's what we teach and believe. We also have the a kind of attributive use of the pronoun, or it's in the predicate position, but it's functioning almost like an adjective. Which brothers are we talking about? We're talking about those brothers. So these two different types of pronouns